Hey, just a follow-up real quick. Eric the Midget and Johnny Fratto claim they've worked everything out that Eric will be appearing on that Mary McCormick TV show.
In plain sight.
In plain sight.
You know, I thought about this yesterday. I said, maybe it was not a good idea to put Eric's negotiations on the air.
Why?
Because he'll never get another job.
Well, who knows?
He's sitting there thinking Johnny should get him more jobs. He's impossible to work with.
Well, he seems to have worked it out.
Shut up, Robin.
Oh, my goodness, Eric. You should listen back.
He gave in the werewolf demand.
Well, that was good. Yeah. I was glad you did that.
I don't know how that happened, Howard. Somebody must have put that up on Wikipedia.
You know, Johnny, I'm a little angry with you because I had to step in and perform your job.
And now here you call in triumph.
Right.
Here, listen. And Eric knows this. I twisted my ankle trying to teach my fucking 9-year-old how to ride a BMX bike.
Right.
And he said, well, show me how to do the jump. So I did one of them jumps. Howard never had no fucking kids. I'm telling you that right now. It is not worth it. It is absolutely not worth it. My fucking ankle swelled up like a fucking watermelon. I mean, 2 seconds later, you know.
And Johnny hates being a dad.
I'm not equipped.
Johnny hates being a dad.
Well, you know what? You're in it now.
Yeah.
Robin, it's so fucking, Howard, it's impossible.
It's tiring.
You can't do it.
It's tiring.
You can't do it when you're, I wish I could fire. Well, you know what I do now? I swear to God, this is no kidding. I just give them money.
Right.
I'm giving in. They can have whatever they want. They leave me alone.
And let them watch TV and just, you know.
Oh, hey, whatever fucking pops in, go ahead. Whatever they want to do.
Movies, video games. You don't even know what they're doing.
I mean, Johnny's like...
well, what are you going to do when they get older and they're unhealthy? I said, when they're older and unhealthy, I'll be dead anyway, so it don't matter.
Well, Johnny was like in my situation, you know. He already
married a young woman.
He had older kids.
Grown kids,
and then like he married a younger woman, and she of course wanted to have children. He got, you want to do the right thing, and you want to. Oh, yeah. All that Catholic stuff came back to me and all that shit, Right. And so,
oh boy, I'd like to go smack that fucking priest who taught me that too.
Yeah, because the priest is not dealing with this.
And Johnny had like 2 little kids now. How old are they? 9 and what?
They're 9 and 3.
They're 3.
Oh.
I mean, now the 9-year-old.
And then my 3-year-old is my 3.5-year-old grandson's uncle.
Right.
He's all fucked up over here.
And even like even having a 9-year-old and a 3-year-old your first time around, that's too big an age spread.
Right.
Oh my God.
So he's like starting all over again, and then starting all over again, and then starting all over again, and he's my
daughter,
age.
The daughter wants to fuck. My daughter wants to get the fucking. I have to give attention to the grandkids.
Right.
So she doesn't want to see no partial attention to the kids over the grade. It's real tough.
Yeah, I mean, and he's my age. What are you, 57?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, when you're that age, you're just so grumpy. And
well, Johnny
tired.
sounds like he's 90 at this point.
Well, he's worn out.
Listen to me. You know what? A year ago, I was okay because I was running pretty good.
Right.
Before this baby started walking. And now it's like I could get a show in Vegas just diving for things.
Right.
Just to catch him. I catch him hitting the fucking, before he hits the side of the table. I catch him before he hits the ground. I catch him before he falls down the stairs.
Yeah, that's the other thing. You got to worry about that.
Why don't you get a job,
Johnny? That is Johnny.
I really should, you know.
You need to get a job, get out of the house.
Get out of the house.
But you know what it is when when my kids were little, you used to just kind of walk over them and just sit there and worry the whole time because they always look like they're going to die. They always look like they're going to, like, walk into something, or you hover. And it's like, and even my friends were there, you're hovering. I go, well, I don't know how else to do this. It looks like they're going to end up dead. They go, I don't worry so much. I go, well, I do worry.
You know what's bad about me here? If I might have the 3-year-old in one hand and crossing the street, then I might have Johnny's hand, he's 32, in the other hand.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I can't give that shit up for some reason.
Yeah, it's weird. I was talking to my friend
Johnny,
Pat.
pick that little kid up and take him across the fucking street. Why are you making me do this?
I was talking to my friend Pat yesterday. He's got 2 little kids.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's his first time around, so he's got energy. And so, like, he was talking about the anxiety of, like, walking around the street with them, and then if they let go of your hand, you get into a panic because you're afraid they'll either...
1 second. That's all it takes. 1 second, they start running.
That's right. And they can run into the street. And they do. And so he was talking about that. He goes, oh, my God. He goes, that feeling is the worst feeling, this anxiety. And I said, yeah. It's too emotional. It's too difficult. It's like constant worrying and everything. And it's
Howard, I live in a penthouse where I look over a park. There's a park.
Right.
And in that park, there's a stairway that I can see where the entrance of the stairway is, and I can see the stairs going down. They're very, very, very deep stairs. And a lot of the times you have these nannies, they're like Mexican nannies, are watching these kids. And the kids run ahead of them, and the nannies like to talk, and they always ultimately go in this hole where this deep stairway is.
Right.
Sometimes they have little bicycles and stuff. So I scream at the top of my lungs from up here, get them fucking kids, you know, like I'm the police or something. You know, and the nannies go running, and they get the police. Now I made a thing. I had to write a letter to the building that they better put a gate there. It ain't my building, you know what I mean?
Well, it's
but
true.
I can't watch it.
Yeah, I see that, too, in the park. I see a lot of black women are in charge of watching these white babies.
Yes.
And a lot of times they're very, very immersed in conversation. All the nannies will...
Right, they're visiting.
They're visiting and talking,
right.
And I see these kids, they're like kind of like just either they're running ahead and doing weird things so no one's watching them. And I feel like going over and going, hey, that kid's doing weird shit.
Right.
But I don't have to worry about that. That's not me.
That.
You're doing it.
I'm actually doing it. I'm actually walking up to nannies and saying, watch that fucking kid.
Right, well.
Well, yeah, because you're in training.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
I know, man. I don't know how you're doing it.
And then Eric calls and says he needs something.
Yeah, Johnny, why don't you get me more work? It's like, I don't have time for you.
He was mad at me for falling asleep the last time we called in. He was very, very upset with me.
Well, I don't blame you.
And I told him, well, excuse me, I just got done playing basketball for 9 hours.
Yeah, right. You're entertaining
And then I went to wash my hair, and guess what? I couldn't touch my hands to my head.
See,
my hands would not touch my head.
You know, my dad...
I got my arms so sore.
My dad just functioned where he didn't really pay attention to me. Like, he had things to do. And
your generation blew it. You all had to get involved.
I know. And it's like, I was like, well, gee, I'm not going to be that kind of father. I'm going to be the kind of father that gets involved. And
you never saw Dad holding a baby.
No, my father never held me. Still hasn't.
I've still never changed a diaper, though, Rob.
Well, good for you. You're holding out for something.
I changed diapers.
I did get that.
It wasn't any big deal changing diapers. You know, guys will freak out. To me, it was no big deal. It's my kid.
I'm just saying that your dad didn't probably change a diaper.
No, I change it. My father. You know, his attitude was, yeah, your mother can have as many children as she wants. As long as she doesn't bother me with it. I told her, you'll raise the children and I will go to work.
So essentially, you're your mother's children.
Yeah, exactly. My father never interfered in a sense that he should have. You know, like sometimes my mother and I were up to shenanigans. He should have just said, hey, son, let's go out and play ball or something.
Yeah, did they ever discuss?
No, they discussed nothing.
Oh.
They had no philosophy.
I never had to play ball with them other 3 kids, not at all.
Right.
And I keep trying to tell her, she's saying they'll hold this shit against you. I said, let me tell you something about them fucking kids. All you got to do, it isn't that long. You wait them out until they're 16. You get them a car. They're fine.
Right.
They're fine.
They'll forgive you anything as long as you get them a car?
You see, but Johnny plays tough guy and everything. But
look at him.
Look at him.
He's running around after a 3-year-old.
He's like Super Nanny.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
you know what, Howard? I might be a good candidate for that show. Because I almost got it down to a science to where I could look at that little one. That motherfucker knows what I'm at. I didn't have to say anything.
Well, what about your wife? What is she doing?
Yeah, it looks like she's not even in the scene.
Yeah,
no, she's here, but you know what I mean? They run over her.
Right.
So she has no control of them. None. They have just absolutely zero respect for her.
Do you ever find yourself fantasizing when you married a young wife and stuff? Are you like, you're like, hey, wouldn't it be nicer if she just like had sex with you all the time and didn't even have any kids with you?
Howard, I can get sex all of the time. The problem is I'm too tired.
Right.
I swear to God. Saturday and Sunday, man, I got 4 basketball games on Saturday and Sunday. There's 4 games on Saturday, 4 games on Sunday.
Wow. You know what? At 57, he's just worn out. He's worn out.
I'm worn out. I'm done. I'm absolutely my finger, the tip of my finger hurts. Everything hurts. I got my ankle was so swollen up when I did this BMX bike because she's saying, teach him how to do it. You can't sit down on one of them bikes. Nobody told me that.
Is your wife still hot and everything, or she let herself go?
Oh, no. She looks great. Yeah, no, she's very hot. Very hot. Yeah.
Right, like she got herself in shape after these kids and everything, right?
Oh, yeah.
And if only you could get her.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, really. Huh?
When's the last time you had sex with your young, hot wife?
Oh, fuck, man. It's been weeks.
Wow. Boy, weeks.
Yeah, I had my fucking, I got this fucking thing, my foot's been bandaged for almost 2 weeks. That's how I ended up sleeping through the show that Eric got mad at me for.
Yeah, but Eric, you understand, Johnny's up to his ass in family. You're like a burden and another child to him.
Eric told me point blank, I spend too much time with my kids. I'm not giving him enough time.
Wow.
Did you say that, Eric?
He told me that point blank. I don't recall saying that.
Of course you don't.
He's still a fucking gangster. That's like something my dad would say. I don't recall.
Right before, did your dad end up in prison? How did he end up? Yeah. That's it. Right before he went to prison, he went, I don't recall.
I don't recall, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea? How many people do you think your father killed?
Probably he didn't claim to kill anybody.
Right.
If I read the newspapers properly, there were about 9.
Wow. And he probably ordered a lot of hits.
Yeah, that was only the 9 they knew about.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I know that, because he came up with Al Capone and he came up during all that Murder Incorporated, kind of like what you see. My dad would have, in other words, if they would have named every name in, Boardwalk Empire, my dad would have definitely been one of those names because he was one of the guys that if you wanted to get into Lexington Hotel to see Al Capone, he was one of the first people you had to talk to get up those stairs.
Wow.
Was Al Capone as big a dummy as they make him out in Boardwalk Empire?
My dad said he was an absolute brilliant genius.
Really?
He said he was a brilliant genius.
Wow. Because they make Al Capone seem like an idiot.
Like
in
a
Boardwalk
goofball.
Empire. Yeah.
Well, I think that any time that they do Italians, they make all of us goofballs. Even our actors, Sylvester Stallone and John Travolta, have done a great job of making us seem like unintelligent people.
Yeah.
Or low-end type of people. They don't talk about the smart ones. Or Al Capone made more money in 1 year than anyone ever has. I think that's in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Wow.
So he couldn't have been too dumb.
Right. Yeah, because they paint them to be.
And get all those people to work for him. Yeah.
Do you love Boardwalk Empire?
I love Boardwalk Empire. I think they did a great job. I'm almost afraid to say something. Why? Now Ralph will come back and say it's a terrible show.
No, he loved it too. No, I love that show.
That was one incredible finale.
How old were you when you realized what your dad did for a living?
I knew really young because I could read really young, and I always heard everybody talking. I saw pistols and things like that, and so I knew when I came into it, Howard. It was more in the late 50s and the 60s. So the gangsters, they didn't look like Boardwalk Empire, but it looked like Casino, or it looked like
right.
Goodfellas. They had that kind of a feel. When I watch Goodfellas or Casino, I get the total feel off of it.
Yeah.
But I knew my dad was important because of the places we went and how people treated him. And money always came to our house.
Right.
The only time money left our house is if it was the police,
Right, man.
Would come and pick up their money, and they came 2 times a week.
Yeah, Johnny's dad was like one of the bosses.
Yeah,
one of
in the Midwest.
The boss of boss.
He was a boss out of Chicago that had the territory of Iowa and Milwaukee for a little while, and then they put him in Omaha, Nebraska.
It's really weird how
they divvy up the states.
Yeah, it's really weird how organized.
Well, it was not New York didn't do that. Chicago did that, and that's why Chicago has always been the strongest of them all. You know what I mean? Because it was very, very organized, and they had people in every state, and all those people in every state were doing other things, like politically fixing. Omaha, Nebraska. A lot of people don't know. Omaha, Nebraska was the very first money that went into Las Vegas way before Bugsy Siegel.
Well,
you have Omaha families right now that are rich from the beginning
like local wise guys would give your dad money, like they have to pay him, and then who would your dad pay? Like he'd have to pay like a...
My dad would have to pay Tony and Curto.
Right, and what was his title?